Welcome back, my delinquents. How this VTuber was stalked and doxed. Harassment, stalking, doxing are sadly becoming a common part of streaming or online content creation. And sadly, that is what happened to the VTuber Kitsunero this week, who is no stranger to getting stalked and harassed. They had a very passionate, air quotes, ex-fan that would harass them constantly. We did a video with in the past, and they have sadly just got more deranged. I have not looked at the doxing post because I don't want to spread it out more. I won't be putting it anywhere. She has posted herself about being doxed as of May 14th, and a lot of people had different reaction to this, some calling her a liar and some rallying in support to her. I'd like to say luckily a majority rallied in support, because no matter your opinion on someone, I don't think doxing of personal information, difference of opinion should equal harassment or doxing or any kind of behavior like that. You should not use others' behavior to justify treating them like pieces of shit. You treat people like that, you are the piece of shit. And we're going to go into what happened here and some of the statements, but also how this has turned into a bit of a defense of men's rights, as a lot of people are talking about the fact that this harassment really stirred up when she came into defense of men. And no matter what you thought of their writing there, it seems to have gotten her a lot of positive and negative attention in the post. And a lot of people think this is just all of a sudden someone's harassing her, but I have lots of posts here because I've seen them. People harassing her, and the stalker has been amping up for a very long time. They seem to follow her everywhere. It's honestly deranged, and Kitsu in here asks people to block them and report the posts that have anything on it, which yes, you definitely should, because I don't think this person should be on the internet. They obviously are very mentally unstable, and a lot of people want like, oh, her opinions, I don't like her opinions. But I don't think this really has to just do with Kitsu's opinion. I think it's unluckiness that someone who is unbelievably deranged has focused onto them. And this can happen to anyone, no matter your opinions. So let's get into what happened here. We're in the case room, guys, and I just wanted to say, because we go further, my sympathy goes out to Kitsu and anyone else dealing with these kind of problems. And I take harassment and doxing very seriously. And I don't think it's justifiable in any situation to treat some people like this, to harass them, dox them, leak their information, and be violent with them in no matter. I'm just going to say that here because a lot of people are going to say on the internet, especially Twitter, that if they do X, Y, Z to me, I can treat them like shit. No. That just makes you a piece of shit too. And I just wanted to outline that because I don't want it to be misunderstood that I think this is justifiable in any situation. PCA over. Kitsu. Well, cat's out of the bag. A lot of you have seen it by now. I've been doxed. Authorities have already been informed, and you know why I've been doxed? Because I dared to say I support men. If you see it, kindly report the post. Thank you. And that is the thing. I'm pretty sure this person is a guy harassing them, and they seem to be very focused on their post about supporting men, thinking Kitsu's a fake or using it for clown or something like that. They seem to repeat it a lot, that Kitsu's a fake. If I'm incorrect, I'll post it in the comments above. Had some people come at me like, how can you get doxed when you post your face yourself? A doxing is just not your face, guys. It's personal information. It's email. It's bank account. Could be a lot of things that dox you. More than just faces in regards to personal information, like question mark. Exactly, guys. There is so much more out there. Your face is probably one of the least doxing things, because humans can look very generic. You may not even recognize your Oshi on the street, even if you know what their face looks like. People don't understand the situation. The same thing happened to a bunch of us at Voice for Men several years ago. The information the doxer put out included the address where my now parents lived, and the school where one of my guy's daughter went to kindergarten. Yes, there are so many details you don't think about that can be released in a doxing. And I would implore people to report these kind of information. Doxing is not cool. Doxing is threatening to a lot of creators, but a lot of people in general. This information should be out there. It could affect people's families. And I think in general, with harassment, it would be good to report the accounts that do this kind of stuff. Even though, sadly, they seem to just make more and more accounts. Okay, I'm looking for this next one before we go into where this harassment really started and why I'm saying it goes very far back. This harassment from the people of a specific person, stalker, that has led to doxing, etc. And it's not just a new thing because she made it all up, but I've been seeing this play out in real time of Kitsu trying to deal with this, and it's been going on for a long time. This is a long-term harassment problem. Quite a few people accuse me of making this up. I provided receipts of the guy harassing me because I support men in April. Here it is. And they have more information here. They have a YouTube video about it, which I'll link below. And yes, this is the part I want to bring bring up is like, look at all these Exile Me accounts. There is so many. They just make more and more to harass them. At one point, you need to realize you're wasting your time. This is about me. This is about you being obsessed. Exactly. This is a point I'm trying to outline here, is that this guy is obsessed to the point of derangement. It's not really about someone's point of view or the fighting of conflict or something. This guy is literally deranged. He is beyond obsessed with Kitsu at this point, in a very violent way, in a very dangerous way. Made a mistake replying to you a month ago, thus giving you the first female interaction you ever had. Your beloved, do not make me laugh. That is always in your head. No one like this actually exists. Your sex education comes from hentai. You think you understand humans, but most of your human interactions are made up in your head. You said 12 times you will move on, but came straight back. You are mentally unwell, and I genuinely hope that you will get the professional help that you need. Leave me alone because I'm here to stay. There is no downfall you are piggybacking off. I have only received more and more support with each passing day. You also need to stop using images of the coffin of Andy and Lele because you don't even understand what the characters stand for. Stop replaying as a messenger. No one wants to listen to you. Everyone sees you for what you truly are, sad, pathetic, vile person. And that is the thing. This is a long time coming because no matter the warnings, because Kitsu has done many warnings against them to back off, and it seems to not be sinking in at all. Well, this is around. Honestly, this one was supposed to say my circle, but hi, I'm Kitsu Yellow. Because yes, this did go very out there. A lot of people take harassment seriously, and this is me being one of them, as do most people should take it seriously. I hate on the internet. A lot of people, harassment's just normal on the internet. It shouldn't be. But people he asked my fiance about my physical appearance. Well, if you're going to be too passive, then at least answer an off-topic question. What type of hair do you have in real life? Random as fuck. Holy shit, that's strange. How many people have this time on their hands? They need an indefinite break from the internet and to interact with normal humans and see what is socially acceptable or not. Aquavale made a really good point here. I honestly agree. The internet has rotted their brain. They need to take a break and take care of themselves and their mental health, because they're obviously about to have a mental health explosion. That is not even half that counts. That is kind of the problem. It is almost impossible to keep someone off the internet after a point, unless their own family gets involved. And this is one of the first times, I'll link the video, but this is just one of the first ones I found in here, which I remember them talking about this guy, and it's one of them just seems to come from the Smugglerana. They're talking about Smugglerana's merch, and the dude just goes crazy. According to this guy, my fridge copyright law by advertising Smugglerana's waifu, which is made by GamerSups, who both me and her are affiliated with, but you go off king. I said king. He just made this because he found out I'm German. Actual racism stuff. It's so weird. This is why it's so difficult when people say, just be safe on the internet. The most random thing can set off a crazy. The most random stuff can set someone off to just go at you. It's sometimes impossible. Trying to prevent this stuff is almost a fool's journey because you can't realistically predict what's going to set someone off. Exile. Oh, I didn't know you were a Nazi at first. Damn, no wonder you've been pretending to be nice to men. You've been playing them like a fucking fiddle because you know how to manipulate German, dumbass. Oof, Jesus. I knew your fucking accent didn't seem right. I wonder how you convinced Exogent to leave America for you. Jeez. Because you both had to be dumbass Trump supporters to actually convince anyone to leave America to go to Germany. Did you all make your first cell phone there yet? What? I know your country has been a backwater country ever since World War II. You're just a typical Republican woman who uses men as tools for your own gain by pretending to be nice to them when in reality you have no actual moral standards at all. Jeez. It's such a stretch to me and a lot of assumptions there, and just go straight to insulting her and her fiance because she's German. Racism is always so much fun, guys, and somehow this has turned into month-long, because I'm not even sure if this is the first one, like month-long harassments, that just a small post about liking Smugglerana's or promoting Smugglerana's merch drop, it's this reaction. And crazy. And even after they post of doing it, it just continues. As you can see here, we can't really read here, but this is done after the fact of their post talking about the doxing, etc. And they are still just replying to any single post that has anything to do with Kitsu. The guy needs to log off. He needs to leave the internet, touch some grass, reconnect with life. This is not life on the internet. Even online creators, where this is their job, they will tell you this is not representation of real life. Okay? Be a part of your life, but that's about it. Luckily, a lot of people have come out in support that against bullying, etc. And no matter opinions, I think it is best to exile these people. Ironic. Exile the kind of people that would do these in communities, no matter the reason, because it creates a toxic environment, it puts people at risk, it puts families at risks, and it's this vile behavior that doxing and releaking of information should not be so commonplace as it is on the internet. And I just want to say a lot of people have come out in defense of Kitsu here. Pirate Nation, I think Asmongold, and a few others. I think even She Went Ahead commented on this, which is kind of crazy. And again, no matter your opinion on them, I think it's good to shed light on this problem, the harassment, and trying to get it to stop, or at least giving them the means to be able to fight against it. A millionaire, trying to protect yourself is such a hard thing to do because you don't have the financial means, you don't have the knowledge to know what you can do, and after some point you can't do much, especially when they get violent like this. It's why so many female creators have to move so much, and I hope it never gets to that point, but those are real risks. Is someone finds your address, or someone finds personal information, and you have to change your job, change your house, etc. to protect yourself. All those things cost and have mental strains, and for smaller creators that's an impossible thing to do, and that is why it is such a worry. This can happen on so many different levels of content creation, not just to big ones, and I really think we should take it seriously. And I personally think, again, pun intended, people like that should be exiled from the community or your own community. And if you see this person on Twitter, I would just block them to save yourself the potential of a lot of agony. And that is my main thoughts on the situation, guys. I know I've skipped a lot of stories at the moment. I've been a bit tired, and I got attacked by ants recently. I've got bites all over me. But as you know, I tend to only make videos about things I really want to talk about, or I have time to talk about on this channel. I don't really do a gotta tick the boxes content thing. I post more when I want to, and I post less when I can't or don't want to. Stuff like that. But I always try my best to be here to talk to you guys, no matter the channel. But I felt like this was an important conversation to talk about, as I have in the past about lots of situations like this, as because it's becoming more of a problem as we go along, the bigger the community gets. I think it's good to support each other no matter our opinions, because it's good to be able to have camaraderie with people that you disagree with, or that even if you have similar opinions, because safety is more important than just a basic disagreement. No matter. I'm trying to say this because a lot of people think if you have an opinion on the internet, you deserve what you get. And I don't believe that. I don't think that's true. And I think we should show some empathy and compassion to our comrades, to our Oshis, and to other peoples in this environment, no matter the case. And I think it's just, I've been reading a lot of stories at the moment where people try and justify harassment just because the person hashtag deserves it. And I really want to fight against that narrative, because I think it's just a way to make everyone into a awful piece of shit if you can justify your actions of harassing or dragging someone down just because you disagree with them. And I hate hypocrites, I guess. I hate the hypocritical nature of this. That was a side rant that doesn't quite connect to this fully, but it does a bit. And that's just how I'm feeling on these kind of situations at the moment, that I really hate the justification of harassment or these illegal acts. I'm going to outline it. Illegal acts just because they feel like they are virtuous in the situation. And I'll catch you next time, guys. Don't forget to check the links below of Kitsu Nero's video. I didn't want to watch it on here because it is her video. It is her explanation. Go watch it yourself for more information. I'll link it below. Give her a like, say hello. And it's fine if you... Fine either way. I'll catch you guys next time. My dear Linkwits, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.